Hi, I'm Keisha over at beautifullyflawedfitness.com, and I just wanted to talk about something that's just been coming up on my mind a lot, and something that I had never read about or heard about, but it was just something I brought together. And then I found an article about it again this week, and I just thought it would be cool to talk about it. So, what I wanted to talk about today is that there is an actual difference between exercising and training. And I didn't know that they were different. I actually never paid it any mind before until I was coming up with blog topics for my website, and I was just thinking about it and thought, oh, wow, like that's actually a really interesting difference. So I have been doing something active as long as I can remember. I played sports through university, and then after that, I continued on just staying fit, going to the gym, doing cardio. I even lifted weights. You can hear my story on a previous YouTube video of how I got into weightlifting. And, anyways, this idea of exercise versus training. I can now honestly say I spent 15 years of my life exercising and the last 3.5 years training. So I just thought I would make this little video to describe the difference between exercise and training. And just to put it out there, there's no right and there's no wrong, but there definitely is a difference. So I would say that the majority of us exercise, including me. For 15 years, I exercised, and I was a very consistent exerciser, like 5 times a day. My exercise consisted of, I had my favorite things that I like to do. I like to do yoga 2 to 3 times a week in the mornings or on a Saturday. I did my stair stepper cardio, depended between 20 minutes and 40 minutes, depending on if I was trying to lose a couple pounds or not. And then I had my weightlifting machines that I like to do, and here and there I would try new ones or make an adventure and experiment with some different exercise that I might have seen. And then I always did my ab routine at home. So I had these little favorite things that I had found that really worked well for me. I maintained my weight for 15 years. I loved myself. I loved my body. I loved the endorphins I got from exercise. I felt good doing it, and that's kind of the end of that story. And then I went through a really hard time in my life. I had my 2 kids. I was diagnosed with postpartum depression. My husband and I's marriage was just kind of like barely holding on by threads, and I found myself in a really depressed, low place. And it was at this time that I found the world of bodybuilding, and I had ideas of it, but I didn't really know anything about it. And I started researching more, and I ended up hiring a coach. And I have had a coach for the last 3.5 years, and my exercise regime changed drastically. I still exercise 5 to 6 days a week, and for the same amount of time, about an hour. However, I've had multiple coaches, and all of my coaches have me on something called progressive overload. So, progressive overload is when you're always doing a little bit more every single day. And it could be your range of motion gets a little deeper. It could be your squat goes a little bit deeper. It could be you're lifting a little bit heavier. It could be you're adding an extra rep. So there's some way that you're progressively overloading every single day. And not only are you doing that, but you're also tracking it. So you can look back and see that you have gotten better, a little bit better every day. And so I guess I just wanted you to see that there is a really big difference between somebody who's training and somebody who's exercising. They're both amazing. They both will make you feel good. They can both give you the body that you like. They'll definitely both give you endorphins and feel good. And they're both healthy, but there definitely is a difference. So I would say that I train now. I don't just exercise. So leave me a comment if you thought this video was helpful. I'd love to know if you've ever trained or or if you exercise and which one you like more, or if you're interested in anything like training as well. And go back over to my website, beautifullyflawedfitness.com, and check out my blog that I did on this topic, exercise versus training. Hope you liked it.